Hi students, welcome back. Let's continue the topic. Today let us study about double decomposition reaction or double displacement reaction. A chemical reaction in which two compounds in their aqueous state exchange their ions or radicals to form new compounds is called double displacement reaction. You know what is a radical? A radical is an atom or group of atoms which behave as a single unit. Here in double decomposition reaction, two compounds in their aqueous state exchange their radicals and form new compounds. The reaction can be represented as AB plus CD gives CB plus AD. Here AB and CD are the two reactant molecules. They exchange their ions or radicals to form two new molecules CB and AD. We have an example. When silver nitrate solution and sodium chloride solutions are mixed together, silver chloride and NaNO3 sodium nitrate are formed. AgNO3 plus NaCl gives AgCl plus NaNO3. The radicals in AgNO3. Which are the radicals in AgNO3? Ag plus and NO3 minus. The radicals present in NaCl, Na plus and Cl minus. So, they exchange their radicals and form two new compounds AgCl. The radical NO3 is given to sodium and the radical Cl is given to Ag. So, the two compounds formed are AgCl and NaNO3. Double displacement reactions are of two types: precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. Let us study precipitation reaction. A chemical reaction in which two compounds in their aqueous solutions react to form an insoluble solid as one of the products is known as a precipitation reaction. A reaction in which two aqueous solutions combine to form new products, one of which is a precipitate. A precipitate is a solid insoluble compound formed when two solutions are mixed together. So, in a precipitation reaction, one of the products is a precipitate. Precipitate means it is an insoluble solid substance. How it is formed? When two solutions are mixed together, or when two compounds in their aqueous states mix together, we get an insoluble solid substance which is known as a precipitate. An example is when barium chloride solution reacts with sodium sulfate solution, we are getting barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Barium sulfate is the white precipitate formed here. The white precipitate is barium sulfate. Another example is when ferric chloride mixes with or reacts with sodium hydroxide, a reddish brown precipitate of ferric hydroxide is formed. The other product is sodium chloride. Ferric chloride, when it is mixed with sodium hydroxide, ferric chloride is a yellow colored solid. When it is dissolved in water, we will get ferric chloride solution. That solution, when mixed with the sodium hydroxide solution, what do we observe? We observe a reddish brown precipitate. Okay? A reddish brown precipitate of ferric hydroxide is formed. This is an example of a precipitation reaction. I'll give examples for some more precipitation reaction. For example, when silver nitrate is mixed with hydrochloric acid, when these two reactants combine together, we will get a white precipitate of silver chloride. The same way, when copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide solutions are mixed together, we will get a pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide. Okay? Now let us study the second type of double displacement reaction. What is it? Neutralization reaction. A chemical reaction in which a base or an alkali reacts with an acid to produce salt and water only is known as a neutralization reaction. In short, we can say acid plus alkali gives salt plus water. This type of reaction is known as a neutralization reaction. In this type of reaction, the effect of acid and alkali neutralize each other. So, a chemical reaction in which a base or an alkali reacts with an acid to produce salt and water. The type of reaction is known as a neutralization reaction. A common example is when an alkali sodium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms a salt, sodium chloride and water. Then you may be thinking, what are acids? In your lower classes, you have studied what are acids. Acids are the substances when dissolved in water produces hydronium ion as the only positive ion in their solutions. So substances when dissolved in water produces hydronium ion as the only positive ion. Hydronium ion or H plus ion, hydrogen ion. Do you remember the formula of hydronium ion? Yes, H3O positive. H3O positive ion is known as a hydronium ion. Hydronium ion as the only positive ion, that is known as an acid. Then what is a base? All metallic oxides and hydroxides are called bases. Can you give examples? Yes, of course. Zinc oxide, sodium oxide, calcium oxide. They are known as what? Bases. Then what are alkalis? Water soluble bases are known as alkalis. Water soluble bases are called alkalis. Example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. These three are strong alkalis. Then we have ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide is a weak alkali. Then what's the difference between base and alkali? Metallic oxides are called what? Bases. Then water soluble bases are called alkalis. All alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. All bases are not alkalis. Only water soluble bases are called what? Alkalis. So all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Let us study the importance of neutralization. Oral hygiene. Many toothpaste contain bases to neutralize the acids formed in the mouth. If the acid content is small, the tooth decay occurs very fast. Then indigestion. The acidity and indigestion can be overcome by taking antacids like milk of magnesia. What are antacids? Antacids are medicines used to reduce the acidity. You know, in our stomach, gastric juice is produced, that is hydrochloric acid is produced, which helps in digestion. If our stomach glands secrete excess hydrochloric acid, we experience pain, which is relieved by taking milk of magnesia. Do you know what is milk of magnesia? Milk of magnesia is magnesia hydroxide, which is used as an antacid. This is basic in nature and it may reduce the effect of hydrochloric acid produced in our stomach and we may get relief from pain. Next one is soil treatment. If the soil is somewhat acidic and thus unfavorable for growing of certain crops, slaked lime is added to neutralize the excess acid. Slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. So to neutralize the effect of acidity of the soil, slaked lime can be used. Then insect sting. When a bee stings, it injects an acidic liquid, that is formic acid, through the skin, which can be neutralized by applying a basic calamine lotion. That is, if someone is stung by a bee, it in formic acid enters the skin and gives pain, which can be relieved by rubbing the spot with slaked lime or baking soda, both of which are basic in nature. Thus, it neutralizes the effect of the formic acid injected by the bee. There are some substances which show characteristic colors in acidic and basic solutions. Such substances are known as indicators. So, indicators are the organic compounds which show characteristic colors in acidic and basic solutions. Example, phenolphthalein, methyl orange and litmus. Litmus is of two types, blue litmus and red litmus. Red litmus changes into blue in an alkaline solution. Blue litmus changes to red in an acidic solution. The same way, methyl orange is pink in acidic solution and yellow in basic solution. Phenolphthalein is colorless in acidic solutions and pink in basic solutions. So indicators help us to identify an acid and an alkali by changing their colors. They show different colors in acidic and basic solutions. Today we learned about double decomposition reaction. The two types of double decomposition reactions are precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. A precipitation reaction is a reaction in which two solutions, when they combine together, form an insoluble solid known as precipitate. A neutralization reaction is a reaction in which an acid reacts with a base to form salt and water. Indicators are the organic compounds which show characteristic color in acid and alkali. So let us wind up today's class. Thank you.